Hello, folks. Thanks for joining the Parent Hub. If you've landed here, your home might be buzzing with a bit too much energy right now. Perhaps you're taking a moment in the hallway, catching your breath as the disputes kick off once more. It's mine. You took it first. Dad! I totally understand. That used to be my routine, day in, day out. I'm Alex, a dad of 3 in the heart of bustling New York. My eldest is 10, the middle one 8, and the youngest 5. And for ages, our place was like a non-stop debate club. Arguments about the remote, disputes over the favorite chair, quarrels about the green plate over the yellow one, believe it or not, bickering about who presses the crosswalk button. I'd rush over, act as the mediator, hear the stories amid the chaos, determine fairness, prompt an apology, award the item to one, and hope for calm. But shortly after, it flared up again, more intense, with extra frustration. I wondered if I was dropping the ball as a parent. Drained, I began avoiding family outings, anticipating the role of constant overseer. If this resonates, if you're weary of always stepping in as the arbitrator, enforcer, and counselor in your space, this video could transform things for you. Today, I'll introduce a straightforward approach that wiped out the endless sibling squabbles in our household, not temporarily, but permanently. It's the fair play approach. Once we adopted it, my kids didn't merely cease clashing over stuff. They began collaborating. They tackled issues jointly. The grudges faded, and our home truly became serene. This isn't solely my experience. It's supported by studies in family dynamics, neuroscience, and has succeeded for numerous families I've connected with. Stick around for the next 19 minutes. I'll guide you through the reasons behind persistent sibling disputes, the brain processes involved, how the fair play approach works, a detailed implementation guide, genuine stories from our lives and others, addressing typical challenges, all of it. At the finish, you'll possess a solid strategy to apply immediately. You're capable. Let's get started. To begin, let's examine why typical methods for managing sibling disagreements often exacerbate the situation over time. You detect the commotion. You enter, inquire about the incident, listen to each child, decide on right and wrong, the instigator, remorse, you select a victor. Tranquility resumes, temporarily. You're in good company. Data indicates more than 85% of guardians manage disputes this way. It appears fair, rational. But here's the overlooked aspect. Selecting a victor inherently produces a defeated party. That defeated one doesn't simply forfeit the object or opportunity. They feel overlooked. Their emotions are sidelined. They perceive lesser value within the family unit. And the victor? Their mind receives a surge of endorphins, the feel-good signal that reinforces yes, asserting more succeeded, raising voice delivered, repeated. Similar to why we obsess over social media likes. So the defeated one returns, contending more fiercely, as it's now about self-worth. The victor intensifies quicker, since dominance was validated. Suddenly, you're trapped in a perpetual loop. The conflicts grow fiercer, more regular, more charged. Let me emphasize, you're not at fault. You're following instinct, what seems just. But we can improve, for our kids' sake and our peace. Now, consider the neurological events in your child's mind amid these clashes. Kids' brains are developing. The frontal lobe, managing reason, self-control, equity, and foresight, matures fully around the late 19s. Dominating now, the limbic system, the feeling regulator. Its primary function? Am I safe? Do I fit in? Am I valued? Hence, during a sibling spat, your child doesn't reason maturely like, I'll concede this round. Instead, their brain interprets it as a risk to their role, influence, standing in the home. You view it as a tussle over an item, but truly it's a battle for acceptance. This aligns evolutionarily. Historically, group rank equated to survival. Elevated rank equals resources, protection, bonds. Lower, peril. Our neurology retains that. Adults parallel, animated delivery. Here's a relatable scenario to clarify. Picture at your job, you and a colleague disagree on a task. Your supervisor intervenes, reviews both, and favors the colleague. How's the aftermath? Slightly irritated? Belittled? Bitter? Next collaboration, you're guarded, primed to defend your input. Imagine that recurring 5, 10, 15 times weekly at home with your supposed closest bestie, your sibling. That's your kid's reality. While triumph is viable, escalation is logical to them. Family studies reveal if children think aggressiveness might secure victory, they'll persist. But if we eliminate triumph's option, that's the essence of the fair play approach. Confident delivery. The approach is straightforward. If resolution isn't mutual, the activity halts for everyone. No victor, no defeated. The item, device, or activity is suspended until a joint agreement emerges. This isn't lax guidance. This isn't mandating total sharing. This isn't overlooking misconduct. It's a firm limit that erases the payoff for escalation. Here's its transformative power. It eradicates the motivation for fiercer disputes. Absent victor means no gain from louder arguments or sly tactics. It evolved your position from adjudicator to facilitator. You're directing teamwork over rivalry. It fosters genuine relational security. Kids grasp that disagreements needn't erode family ties or your support. So how to enact this? Let's dissect it phase by phase. Phase 1, halt the dispute serenely. Upon hearing disturbance, approach unhurried. Avoid anger or haste. State evenly, I won't favor one. This must suit everyone or will hold off. Phase 2, declare the limit explicitly. If it's not agreeable to all, no one proceeds with this presently. Store the item, deactivate the device, halt the activity. This is consequence, not punishment. Phase 3, encourage collaboration. Inquire how to arrange this so everyone is content, so everyone benefits. For youngsters, suggest options, perhaps a schedule, alternating, joint participation, or alternative pursuit. What fits all? Phase 4, maintain the stance. This challenges most. They'll challenge, wail, debate, claim unjust. Remain impartial. Reiterate, I acknowledge that it doesn't align for all. How to adjust so all gain. It could span 5 minutes or 25, yet their mindset transitions from alarm to resolution. Let me recount our household shift. My kids clashed over the tablet daily after school. It was chaos. I initiated the approach, entered and stated, I won't choose. If not mutual, the tablet rests until a shared plan forms. My middle child snapped, okay, whatever, I'll grab it anyway. The youngest whined, he always dominates. I kept composed, placed the tablet aside, asked how to resolve so all are satisfied. Quiet, then the eldest suggested, what about team games, like puzzle apps together? The youngest, and we rotate who picks the puzzle? They agreed. Soon they were engaged, helping each other, giggling. That week, they devised a rotation chart independently. Tablet disputes vanished, utterly. Additional anecdotes, lively. From another family, siblings 5 and 3 arguing over park swings. Post-approach, swing time paused. They opted for swing buddies, pushing each other alternately. Now they're go-to fun. A parent noted, preteens battling over phone chargers. After halt, they created a charge station with timers. Now they remind each other courteously. Challenges and responses, interactive style. I anticipate some thoughts. What if they always yield? Aren't they perpetual conceders? Valid point. Initially, one might propose first. Key, it's their choice, not imposed loss. Praise it. Impressive you suggested sharing. That was thoughtful. How's that feel? Gradually, they view as collaborators, not subordinates. Reciprocity follows. What if they stonewall, persist in clashing? Then the pursuit remains on hold, firmly. State, this resumes when all are set for a group solution. It seems tough, stern, but you're protecting them from damaging patterns long term. After repetitions, they recognize teamwork accelerates enjoyment. Isn't this impractical? Life has defeats. Indeed, existence isn't perfectly fair, but currently we're instilling that disagreements needn't fracture bonds. We're establishing emotional security initially. With problem-solving skills, they're primed for real-world setbacks. Research overview, authoritative style. To substantiate, insights from family therapy indicate neutral mediation enhances self-regulation in kids. Findings from developmental centers reveal parent-guided collaboration boosts teamwork skills. Neurological scans demonstrate equity perception calms emotional responses, reducing alarm signals. This is evidence-based, not mere sentiment. The core, sibling disputes aren't the issue. The pursuit of victory is. Eliminate victory's chance and you douse the flames. Your kids halt escalation as it yields nothing. In that void, growth occurs. Understanding, innovation, esteem, unity. The fair play approach doesn't merely stop disputes now. It equips your kids for lifelong conflict navigation in friendships, partnerships, careers, and unions. Thrivers aren't perpetual victors. They're those maintaining bonds amid resolutions. You hold the method. Commence today. Uphold the limit with poise and affection. Believe in the journey. Initial messiness, tests, but assure, experiencing true partnership over rivalry, they'll embrace it. You're not just quelling fights. You're forging a resilient, bonded family. You're equipped, and serenity is nearer than imagined. If this resonated, kindly do 3 simple actions. Tap like, aids in reaching more overwhelmed guardians. Subscribe to the Parent Hub, enable notifications, weekly practical family insights. Comment, what's your kid's top dispute trigger? I review all and offer tailored suggestions. Grateful for your time, for prioritizing your family. You're exceptional. Until next.